Recently, I made the decision to upgrade my computer. I bought a graphics card for my PC and have been waiting to install this component for a while. I occasionally game, but with my channel, my gaming sessions have decreased, something that I plan to fix. I am going to be honest with you guys too. My monitors are all the scrap. I currently have 1920 x 1080 monitors with 144 Hz. The monitors have been great, but I know that I need to upgrade. Hopefully soon. I want to game in 1440p with an OLED monitor, but prices are high, so I'm waiting for the right time. For now, I am going to replace my GPU with an AMD RX 9070 XT graphics card. This will help with the upgrade process. I currently have my RTX 3080 GPU in my computer. It has been an amazing card and have had no issues, so I will save it just in case. Now I am going to teach you how to replace your GPU the right way. Things to consider. Always do research. Make sure your graphics card is good for your purpose. If you just surf the web, odds are you don't need a dedicated GPU, but it is better to have one just in case. Just choose wisely. Know your monitor specs. If you game in 4K full settings, then you might need a high-end GPU. I am good with 1440p, so this card is more than enough for me. Make sure your GPU fits in your case. Check the dimensions so that you don't end up stuck in the installation. Also, make sure your power supply can handle the load of a larger GPU. GPUs are power hungry. For example, a 5090 requires a 1000 watt PSU, but 1200 is recommended. The 9070 XT requires a 700 to 750 watt PSU, but my PSU is 850 watts, so it should be enough for me. Choose the brand that you like the most, as each one might offer some unique features. Also know how much VRAM you need. This one in particular has 16 gigabytes VRAM, and it's the OC edition. It has some cool features that I noticed on the back, not that I'm an expert, but better cooling technology. It has a reinforced backplate. It says that it has some composite copper heat pipes to better help with cooling, and some newly designed fans. So, in my opinion, it sounds kind of cool. But dog here wants attention. Say hi to the camera, Oreo. He likes to be on my back when I record sometimes. So now moving on, this list is meant to be informational and not all-inclusive. Our goal is to replace our GPU the right way. Now going on to the computer. Okay, now we are in our computer. So let's say this is the computer that we want to replace that graphics card, right? So regardless if you have Nvidia or AMD, you should be able to do the same procedure. Some people say that if you swap with Nvidia to Nvidia, you don't need to remove the old drivers, right? I say if you are replacing a graphics card, might as well do this procedure. I always like and prefer to do clean installations or remove the old drivers regardless if they're the same or whatnot, just to prevent problems. So what we're going to do is we're going to go to our favorite browser or any browser that you have on hand, and we're going to download the VU uninstaller, and you'll see it here. This is a great utility that helps us remove, and you can download it from here, and I'll include the links on the description. And basically, this is going to allow you to remove the old drivers in your computer so that you can install new ones. We're going to do USA, because I'm on the USA. If you're in EU, Europe, just do the other one, depending on your region. So once it downloads, we're going to go to Google again. And in my case, if you have Nvidia, download the Nvidia app. But I'm going to download AMD Adrenalin software. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to download the software. And that's what we're going to do. We're not going to be installing anything. So just so that we have our system ready with some of the downloads that we're going to need. All right. Now I have those two things. Now I have those two things downloaded, and we're just going to verify real quick. Okay, I'm just going to extract this one as of right now. You don't need to do it right now, but I'll do it right now. Perfect. And now we're going to do something. We're going to go into safe mode. If you want to know what I did, just to better explain, is I downloaded a display driver uninstaller. It's a program that removes all the old drivers so that we can install our new GPU, and we can download the current ones, and we can prevent any issues with the old drivers causing problems. And we're also going to download the particular brand software that we're going to need for our GPU. In my case, I have a 9070 XT that it's going to be the new replacement, so I'm using this one. If you have Nvidia 4070, 5090, whatever you have, just know you need the Nvidia app. So something else we're going to do, go to right click on the Windows icon, do settings, and there's an option here. Just go to updates and go down into advanced options, go to recovery, and I'm going to go down here, and there's an advanced startup. Restart your device to change startup settings, including starting from a disk or USB drive. I'm going to click restart now, and you're going to see what happens. You can also click shift and restart, and you'll achieve the same thing, but I just think it's easier this way. You'll see restart now, and basically we're trying to go into safe mode. Okay, now in this screen, we're going to be able to see an option here. We're going to go to troubleshoot, and we're going to go to advanced options, and then startup settings. You're going to see here safe mode. Basically, if you don't know what safe mode is, basically it starts the computer with only the essential services. It's not going to be running everything. So there's less services running, which is going to allow us to do certain things, to remove malware, to remove software, and different things like that. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to click restart. Okay, so you see there, enable safe mode number 4. That's the one I'm going to choose, and it's going to go into safe mode. And now we're in safe mode. Now in here, what we're going to do is we have the programs that we downloaded, remember? So we're going to go to downloads, and we're going to open our program, display driver uninstaller. Just click run, extract, and okay, I guess it extracted again. Display driver uninstaller, double click, and this is the program that you're going to need to remove all the old drivers. Just click OK, and then you're going to see all these options pop up. Basically, you can use the default settings, but what it's saying is that it's going to remove all the stuff, like remove Nvidia folders, remove 3D TV, GeForce Experience. So it's erasing everything. And here, okay, so default settings are fine. And down in the advanced options, if you want to prevent downloads of drivers from Windows Update, you can select that, because it's your computer with the new GPU is going to turn on, and it's going to want to install drivers. So you can prevent that and install the manufacturer ones. So you can do OK, and then click on close if you want to select that. And you would have to select your type of device, which is the GPU, which we're talking about. And in my case, to remove the 3080 drivers, I would choose Nvidia. If you have Nvidia to Nvidia, some people say you don't need to do this, but I've heard and seen people have problems because they don't remove the old drivers. So even if, regardless if they're the same or not, I prefer to do this to take care of myself and to avoid just delaying my gaming session or delaying my process of just being fine. I like fresh, properly installed stuff. So once you have a GPU, Nvidia, you go clean and shut down. Clean says it's going to remove everything, and shut down is going to shut it down. In which case, when it shuts down and it does this whole process, well, when it cleans and shuts down, you're going to be able to disconnect your computer, remove the cover, and replace that graphics card with the new one. When you turn it on, you're going to be able to start setting up the new drivers and everything, which we're going to do. So in my case, I would click here and wait for the computer to do this thing and shut down. Now, I'm going to see you on the workbench. And this is my computer. And wait a second, before we remove that graphics card, you got to know your system. You got to know what you have, your PSU, like I mentioned before. Luckily, on my PSU box, there's another PCIe/VGA cable. So I'm going to use this one to provide power to that graphics card. And another thing that you're going to need is your precision screwdriver kit. So we've already done the DVU uninstaller. So we're going to be able to just remove it, attach the new one, make sure the cable management and everything else looks good. So definitely stay tuned so that we can remove that graphics card. Also, if you have a tile floor or a hard floor, do not hit this on the floor because it might break it, it might shatter. So just FYI. Now, if you have one of these, you can dust it a little bit to get all the dust out of there, to clean it up a little. And highly recommended to do it outside of your house. This one, I'm gonna do it outside. Okay, in my particular case, I have a 850 watt PSU, and let's see where we can find this information. Okay, HG2 850. So we have proved that it is a 850, and I wanted to show you guys. This is a modular PSU. You see CPU, it has two connections, which if you're not using them, you can just disconnect it and have less cables around your computer. This is a nice thing about modular PSUs. I'm gonna put it back there. Okay, you have a CPU, you got a motherboard, you got PCIe, and on PCIe you'll see you have 1, 2, and then 3. And this is for peripheral connections. Like I said, you can just remove it and attach it. If you're not using it, you can just remove it. In my case, I have these, so I'm gonna verify the connections. Okay, so each one of these connections are independent. So what I'll do is I'll grab my extra connection here. You'll see PCIe. It came with the you'll see PCIe. It came with the PSU. So what we're gonna do is we're just gonna add an extra one for our graphics card. Okay. Now we need to do cable management. Make sure you don't cut any of the cables, just the zip tie. So be extremely careful. Make sure you have zip ties. Now I'm gonna insert my PSU back into its place. Now make sure you attach all the brackets in the rightful place. Okay, in this particular case, we have screws on the side, right here, right here. And what I'll do is I'll start removing these ones. Just be careful whenever you start removing stuff. You don't want to damage any component on your computer, because it can get expensive. Now I'm gonna remove this bracket on the left side. 2 screws. 1, 2. Okay, we have an extra one. 3. Okay, this is a plate. This is a plate. And we got another screw for the graphics card. Now we're gonna remove this. Okay, we'll have to remove this plate too because it's attached to the graphics card. Now each computer is gonna be different. Just gotta make sure you look and see which screws are part of the connected to the GPU, because you don't want to start pulling on your components until you remove everything that's supposed to be removed. You gotta try and do the release down here. Okay, you guys heard it. And the GPU has been removed. This is the plate that is attached on the side. So we'll take it off. Now make sure you touch metal just to discharge any electricity on your body. Now this is our new 9070 XT. You gotta remove all these stickers and all the plastic pieces so that you can install it. You'll see here. Make sure there's nothing on this side. Okay, make sure there's no more plastic anywhere else. Okay, now with the bracket installed in 9070, I'm gonna try to see if it fits correctly. Okay, what I want to do is I'm gonna remove this bracket because it's giving me problems. Okay, and it has seated. Okay, so this bracket is not gonna work with this card. So I'm gonna use an anti-sag bracket. Okay, this bracket is not gonna work as well. So we're just gonna use regular screws, put them in place. Okay, and this is my anti-sag bracket. And we're going to start attaching our cables. Okay. Okay, all the cables are attached. And if you want to make them look nicer, you can add zip ties and whatnot. Okay, and that's how you attach your GPU. This is how I save my stuff. Okay, we had a malfunction here, as you can see. So I'm going to grab a different one. Okay, we have a new one. And if you don't have any spares, just return the one that's not good. Okay. He's supposed to be glued. Okay, and that's how you prevent the sagging on your bracket. Now let's put everything together. And before we attach this one, we're gonna test the computer. Now there's a chance the computer might malfunction or something might not work, so we might have to troubleshoot and diagnose. But normally, you should be good to go. Okay, and I'm gonna start wiring everything up. It could use a little bit of cable management, which I will do after testing. And this is the moment of truth. Turn your switch on for your computer and then let it sit for a couple of seconds and do power on. Okay, now what we're going to do is we're going to have to install the drivers for the AMD. So remember what we said. We already downloaded everything else and we should be able to just go in and start installing stuff. Okay, so this is first boot. I don't have multiple monitors, but it's understandable because it's probably the drivers that are not there. So we're going to open our specific brand driver software. In this case, it's AMD Adrenalin software because I have a 9070 XT. If you have a Nvidia, you know how to run Nvidia app. AMD Radeon, recommended. Okay, so I want to uncheck this. Additional options, default AMD. So I'm just going to check factory reset in this, and I'm going to do accept and express install. Okay, so we're starting to get the other monitors. AMD software installer and was installed successfully. Okay, I'm going to do launch and keep AMD software up to date. Now let's see this. I don't want to download this. No, AMD software Adrenalin. Now, the only thing you're going to need to is reset up your displays. That way you can have it according to how you have it set up at your home, at your gaming setup. In my case, I have like 3-4 monitors. Okay, so I installed my new GPU, uninstall the old drivers and everything else. So I just want to give you a brief explanation of the software that I installed in my specific case. You might see behind me this nice GPU 9070 XT, which is a decent upgrade from what I had. Okay, so this is the software that I had to install. As you saw, I showed you everything that I would normally do with replacing a component like that, like a GPU. And you spend a lot of money sometimes. So cleaning out your computer, doing cable management is the minimum I think anybody should do. So here we have home, and we got a couple settings here. If you want to record, take screenshots, instant replay. We have the current version released in August 25, 2025, and it says that I'm up to date. Also, if you move on, you have AI, and this apparently a feature that you can use AI to get different information about your components and stuff. You'll see here on the right, how can I improve my FPS and other stuff, or temperatures, gamings. It is the games that I have. Right now I'm playing a lot of Horizon Forbidden West, and I want to try some of the other games now that I have this GPU. And here graphics, you have a couple things that you can change, different settings, Radeon super resolution, and different things you can apply. FSR 4, which is the technology that latest technology with AMD regarding frame generation for your games. And you have all this stuff that you can set up here. And you got advisors, which play a game. Okay, so it'll give you better performance metrics for your game. Record and stream if you want to record, if you want to live stream. This another alternative software to OBS or other stuff. Settings, you have a couple stuff here available, and many settings and things you can change. Performance, you can see the metrics for your components, FPS, CPU utilization, GPU utilization, You can go to tuning, and you'll see here your primary graphics card and other stuff. If you want to overclock and many other different things. Settings here for other metrics and things you can change. Smart technology. And if you go here to the gear, you're going to be able to access different things here. As you can see, hardware details for your GPU, other configuration things that you can change. So if you already know how the software works, or if you don't know how it works, I'm just going over some of the stuff pretty quickly, in all honesty. But definitely look it up, a full in-depth video if there's something that you don't know how to do. But this is the first time I have a AMD graphics card. I've always had Nvidia, and I wanted to try something different, which is why I chose the 9070 XT. And I guess we'll see. I'm gonna make another video. Um, check my following videos in the next days with benchmarking my old and then benchmarks with the new graphics card. And I just wanted to make it real quick so you guys see at least me reviewing that. And something else, don't forget to go into your display settings, and sometimes your main display where you game. Go down here, advanced display, and then just make sure you change that the refresh rate, because it always bumps it down to 60 if you do something like this. So my monitor can do 144, and I'm going to change that. Just make sure you apply those settings so you can have the best experience when you start gaming and everything is working as it should. Now you'll see my monitor, this resolution. I hope that I can get a new monitor soon. I really want to get OLED, but I guess IPS is the next best step, considering that I have a virtual alignment regular LCD screens. So guess we'll see. And I hope you enjoyed the video, and I hope that you guys enjoy whatever new graphics card. Let me know down in the comment section what kind of graphics card you are running. So I always enjoy seeing what people are using regarding GPUs. You might have a top of the line GPU, you might have a 3080 like I used to have, or maybe a 9070 XT. Just let me know, and I find that stuff entertaining and cool to see. So you all have a nice day. Local Tech Man out.